The moment Sarah stepped onto the train platform, heart pounding like thunder in her chest, she knew this wasn't just another commute out, it was the threshold of change. As the gray dawn lighted the sky, she clutched a worn photograph of her little brother, Tom, slipping it into her jacket pocket. She looked directly toward the camera, as if gazing into your world, and whispered, "If you stay until the end, I promise you'll see hope where I thought there was none." Before we dive into this journey, if you're watching, hit that like, share this video, and subscribe to our channel so that together we can travel through stories like this and light up the darkest corners of life. Sarah had always been the kind of person who believed that people's smiles held stories nobody ever asked about. She grew up in a tight-knit neighborhood where every door opened to someone's pains, some hidden, some obvious. Her parents, once youthful dreamers, were now tired from years of working double shifts, leaving little time for them to simply be. Sarah's younger brother, Tom, had been born with a gentle soul and restless curiosity. But at age 12, he was diagnosed with a heart condition that kept them on edge, one beating slow, yet loud in its urgency. The diagnosis had pulled their world off its axis. Sarah, even then a teenager, carried both fear and responsibility. Her own dreams deferred, many nights spent counting Tom's breaths, wondering if each one might be his last. Yet she refused to give in to despair. She whispered stories of adventure into Tom's ears. They'd sail across seas, climb mountains, chase sunsets. He clung to those tales with hope. He hoped that his life wouldn't just be about hospital visits and machines humming in quiet corridors. Some years later, Sarah had managed to save enough for a modest scholarship abroad. Leaving her family was the hardest decision she ever made. Leaving Tom's steady smile, her mother's gentle pat on her back, her father's silent pride. She promised, "I'll come back. I'll find a way for us both." She stepped out into unfamiliar streets and new rhythms. In this foreign land, Sarah found a world that cheered for ambition but also pushed her to the edge. She studied late into the night, juggling part-time jobs, paying tuition. She missed home. She missed Tom's soft laugh and his sudden jumps of joy when a bird visited the balcony outside their window. Her parents tried to cheer her via video calls, but the distance grew on, not just in miles, but in the kind of intimacy that once connected their hearts. One evening, Sarah received a call. Tom's condition had worsened. The hospital said his heart was failing. He needed surgery, one that was expensive beyond reach. Sarah froze. The weight of the promise she had made crashed against reality. She felt guilt. "I left. I promised I'd help." Doubt settled in. Maybe leaving was a mistake. She booked a flight home immediately. She arrived to find Tom paled, but his eyes still gentle, still curious. Their parents were exhausted, their smiles faint. Sarah gripped her brother's hand and began to cry for the first time in years. Not out of fear, but because she realized that life had struck them hard, and the only power she had was love, not control. The next days were a blur of the meetings with doctors, insurance agents, fundraiser calls. Sarah used every resource she could: her university alumni, friends she had made in the new country, community groups online. She started a campaign telling Tom's story, telling how a boy with big dreams and a fragile heart deserved a chance. Many responded, messages of encouragement, donations small and large, prayers. Sarah realized that it wasn't just her fight, it was their fight. But the biggest challenge came when the surgery day dawned. Sitting in the waiting room with her parents, Sarah felt helpless. She thought of the photo she carried and all the dreams they once whispered in Tom's ear. She thought of the journey that led her away and back. She thought of the viewers watching this story right now, of people who carry silent burdens, to believe their fight is lonely. She wanted them to know, "You are not alone." After several tense hours, the surgeon came out. He smiled at something Sarah thought she'd never allow herself to hope for. He said the procedure had been successful. Tom's heart was stable. Tears came, and this time everybody cried, the kind of tears that wash away fear and leave gratitude in their place. In the days following, Tom started walking again, his curiosity returning. He asked Sarah to tell him stories of the distant land she studied in. She detailed about the mountains, rivers, strangers who became friends, and he listened, eyes bright, dreaming not of what he couldn't do, but what he would. On her part, Sarah realized that her growth abroad wasn't a departure from her roots, it was a bridge back. Her dreams and her brother's dreams intertwined. A few months later, Sarah and her family sat together in a small park at the same park where Tom used to feed pigeons as a child. They watched the sunset, and Dad lifted Tom onto his shoulders. Mom leaned her head against Sarah's shoulder. The sun dipped, painting the sky in orange and pink. In that moment, Sarah understood the message she wanted to share with you. Hardships do not define you. What defines you is how you pick up the photo, the memory, the promise, and turn it into action. It's love, connection, persistence, that shape our stories. So if you're watching this right now, know this: your story matters, your burdens, your fights, so they are the soil in which hope can grow. If you like this story, please like the video and subscribe to the channel so that together we can explore more stories of challenge, change, and triumph. Share it with someone who needs to hear, you are not alone. And wherever you are, whoever you're fighting for, keep going, because the heart that beats with hope has power. And when you join hands with other survivors, friends, family, that power becomes unstoppable.